Hello, my name is Minori Yoneda, and today I'd like to introduce the idea wood inspection. My presentation consists of 3 points: introduction, and method, and future vision. So let's get started with introduction. First of all, what is wood inspection? Maybe generally speaking, the answer is to select the best timbers for wood productions like wooden house and table and chair. However, if I mention it in agricultural robot way, the meaning would be to determine timber orientation and to detect laminar wood defects. Then how should we decide, okay, this is good or this is bad? I mean, what would be the criteria to distinguish them? The first criteria to distinguish timbers is knot. Please have a look at the figure. This is a knot. There exists some kind of knot, like dead knot, missing knot, live knot, and partially missing knot. Have an image when we use a wooden table and there is a knot on it. Maybe it would be bad and not beautiful. That's why this is one bad point. Next. These two figures shows other criteria. Rot is totally far from acceptable from wood productions, and split is also due to that. Then I'd like to show an example of the process of wood inspection. This is an example of image processing system of wood inspection, and wood goes into the box from this side to check out the shapes of wood and decide if this is okay or this is not okay. And then let me focus on the entrance of the machine. This figure shows the entrance of the inspection system. The system handles wood pieces from 2.5 meter to 6 in length, and the wood flows in the speed 120 meter per 1 minute. Next, I want to focus on the cameras. The half-inch CCD cameras are fitted with a 6 mm lens and set at the distance of about 23 meters to the target object. It has a visual field of over 20 centimeters. Then you can identify the criteria I introduced in the introduction part like this. For example, lack of knot and split appear like this. The black point and lines because of lack of knot and split are grasped as something bad by the computer when the wood goes into the system. Finally, I would like to talk about future vision. In my opinion, checking out the outer part of wood is quite nice, but not enough, I think. That's why I was going to introduce only the image inspection system, but I also want to combine that and some new ideas. In addition to that, maybe checking out from the perspective, physics and chemistry would be perfect to select the best timber to use for wooden productions. This machine is compression bending testing machine which measure moisture content and young modelers. They would be important to strength and bending and durability, which means how many years that would endure the outer power. Then next. This machine is gas chromatography and checking out how much organic compound, insecticide and preservative is being inside the wood we want to check. And this idea is really helpful, especially for wooden house. For example, do you know about the sick house syndrome. That problem happens partly because of chemical materials contained in the wood, and the wood splash the bad material, and air pollution happen inside the house. This kind of testing would also prevent sick house syndrome. In terms of money, it might be difficult to make machines which think about everything I told today, but we should do that to produce beautiful and safe productions. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions? Oh, surely there's one question.
Thank you for your presentation. I was thinking, in timber, maybe it's not just the knot which is the problem. What about the quality, other qualities just apart from the knot, like you check whether the timber has matured enough, like you can have same timber, but because of their level of dryness or level of maturity, they have different contents. Could you use machine vision also for the same?
Maybe how the timber mature, or the timber is contain how much water is different from the machine. So I'm not sure about the machine. Sorry, I can't explain.
Okay. Are there any other questions? Okay. Are there any questions from Taiwan?
Any questions? Comments? Yes, please.
As I could tell from the pictures, the construction of the wood was done after harvesting, but do you see a possibility to do it before you harvest the trees? Since from an environmental perspective, it's a waste to harvest all the trees, and then if it's not good quality, maybe you won't use it or something like that.
Are you asking me whether I can check out the quality before cutting, right?
Yes, yes.
Maybe it's really hard to check out how the timber is going, because the problem is the inside the timber, so the outside is not out of problem, I think.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions or comments? May I have questions for you?
Yes.
You, at the very first line, you mentioned about the orientation of timber. What do you mean by orientation? You did not mention anything about orientation in your presentation. Orientation.
Orientation?
Yes, please. I think the very first or second slide.
This one, right?
Yes, to determine timber orientation.
I mentioned orientation because it's when we make a lamina wood, it's really more convenient to make a lamina wood. So that's why I mentioned determining timber orientation, but I don't have. I'm not sure about how to check out the orientation.
Orientation, you mean how the wood grow direction of the wood grows, or I mean the tree grows?
Maybe I can help.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you are cutting a tree, it's very important to cut with the grain, because the grain, or the way in which the plant has, tree has grown, decides its strength. If you cut across the grain and you don't have the grain running through the entire piece of timber, it's very weak and it's easy to break. So part of the skill of cutting timber is to make sure that the cut follows the grain so that there is the maximum strength in the remaining timber.
I see. Thank you very much.
I have a question. It's about after the inspection, and how do you handle with the woods with defect?
Defect?
Thank you.
Just say again.
I said after the inspection, and how do you handle with the woods with defect?
I see. I'm sorry, I don't know about that. Maybe like normal paper or something wood production.
Okay, thank you.